This is future Aiden and future Allison. So basically, Anchor's being dumb.
Yeah, and we ended up having a problem with our audio, which ended up stopping, cutting out, and we repeated a part accidentally.
In between segment 1, which is 29 minutes, and segment what was supposed to be 2, which was 17 minutes, the audio cut out. So we recorded a new segment because we didn't want to just not save the episode and splice them together, so it didn't make sense. So this is a quick disclaimer at the beginning that you might hear things that will get repeated once or twice or maybe even 3 times because we tried our best to make it feel like it wasn't recorded
and
more than once.
Bring it back.
But we didn't do that well of a job and we're tired. So we're just going to put this disclaimer at the beginning, and we hope you all understand, and it's not going to ruin the podcast experience for you. And we love you all.
Have a good listen.
Have a good listen to our amazing podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Our Last Brain Cells podcast. Today, we don't have a guest. It's just your host, Aiden, and your favorite crippled co-host,
Allison.
How have you been doing, Allison? What have you done this week?
This week, did physical therapy. They had me walking and stuff, so that was fun. My cousin came over Saturday, downloaded like 80 Rock Band songs, so that was fun.
Downloaded?
Yeah.
I don't know how Rock Band works. Explain this.
You buy a bunch of songs and you play them if you want fun ones.
You have to buy them?
Yeah, certain ones are like $1.99.
For one song?
Yeah, it's really stupid. But he just got a really big raise because he works for Yahoo and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So he just came over and bought a bunch of songs for you?
It doesn't take his vacation, so he was forced to take a vacation, kind of. And so he came over just to play Rock Band and hang out. He's like, you know what? We've all played these songs at least 100 times each, and we already had like 87. And then he bought another one, a whole other 80, which got us up to 160 something on his account.
Jeez, that is a lot of songs.
I only have 30 on my home Xbox.
I play Rock Band Wii. We, as a family, we play Rock Band Wii. We're old school. We don't play it anymore, but
it sucks.
It doesn't suck.
I haven't played the Wii version.
The Wii version is just the older versions, like Rock Band 2, where there's not that many songs, but it's still fun.
So we bought Fire and Through the Flames. I'm sorry, but I didn't even dare to attempt it because I played it on expert.
Through the Fire and the Flames?
Yeah.
What'd you try to do it on? Drums, guitar, whatever?
Guitar, as usual.
Oh, Lord.
I can only play hard on drums.
You see, the old rock bands work for my family because you play Rock Band almost every day.
No,
I don't lie. Do not lie to the people watching. She plays Rock Band almost every goddamn day. Even when we go to Goalpost, there's a little Guitar Hero thing, and she plays Guitar Hero. She's an addict. But
I'm not an addict.
We barely play Rock Band, so we come back to the songs, and it's fun. It doesn't get boring. We have Rock Band Country. It's the worst. We have Rock Band Country.
It is the worst.
I thought that got stolen when we got robbed, but that was a while ago.
I wish they took that.
I wish they would have took Rock Band Country. God, I hate Rock Band Country. Anytime they're like, want to play Rock Band and we'll play Rock Band Country. Back when I was a kid, I'd be like, no. Just no.
No. Throw it away.
I'm like, what's the point of Rock Band is like nice, upbeat songs. Why country? Why would they make a Rock Band Country?
Yeah, they even have Call Me Maybe and all that old stupid pop music.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go grab my Rock Bands.
Oh shoot, you just had the mic. For Rock Band, I'm also old school, but I'm Xbox 360 old school. So I have like all of the games for those and the original Xbox. Which apparently the first game that ever came out by Rock Band, or not Rock Band, Guitar Hero. I used to do Guitar Hero too. Your shelf is about to fall.
Yeah, that shelf's broken.
I hope it falls during recording.
It won't make that big of a noise. It's still attached to the back. We have Rock Band 3, Rock Band 2, Guitar Hero Metallica, Rock Band Country, the track pack, Green Day Rock Band, and Guitar Hero World Tour. Some of the Guitar Heroes are fun, but Rock Band Country has 21 songs. And
Yeah, most of the
Oh my
discs
god,
are like
there's
40 or
Willie
20.
Nelson down here and some guy named Steve Earle. I don't know who any of these are. I don't think anyone cares at all. Rock Band 3 is good, and so is Rock Band. Rock Band 3 has Queen and stuff, and
Bro, Rock Band 4 is really good. You just have to buy all the songs, which are endless now. Because now you can like play against people if you buy the $40.
Which one is it? Guitar Hero Rock Band, where you can play like custom songs that people make.
Guitar Hero.
Okay, so Rock Band sucks. That's what we discovered. Rock Band is garbage.
The first game that came out for Guitar Hero is no longer playable with newer versions of TV for some reason. Because the notes in the guitar don't line up right, because with all the old Guitar Hero games, you have to manually calibrate it, which is really difficult because you don't know when the notes are coming in. And the way it's designed is circles will fall down and you have to strum right at the exact point. So if you screw it up, you're screwed and it won't do it right.
Pierce used to be a Guitar Hero-aholic.
He mentioned that. He said he was really good, but he didn't play against me.
He was really good. He probably really is still, but he was really good. But he used to live in the same room as his brother, and then they'd share the Xbox One, and then the day they got a new room, Pierce took the 360, and then I'm pretty sure that's what started it, because then it was always in his room or out in the living room. It was Rock Band on the 360. He'd always play Rock Band like 24/7. He'd come over to our house and he'd always want to play Rock Band, and we have our drums all the way in the basement. So we're like, no, our rooms are small. We don't have room to play Rock Band. He'd be like, bro, we'll play Rock Band. And we're like, we don't want to play Rock Band every day.
I mentioned to Dilger that he might be a guest on the podcast, and he said he desperately wanted it at my house just so he could play Rock Band. Like, he was in desperate mode just for Rock Band.
Dillinger can be on the next podcast episode. We'll have to not do a last minute one like this one. It was just a busy time.
Yeah.
I did stuff Saturday, I did stuff Friday, I did stuff Sunday.
Yeah, my parents have been gone all week in Wisconsin for just a trip because it's Valentine's Day and all that jazz, like every year. My
parents don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Yeah. But I had to stay with my delusional grandmother.
Dillinger will be on. Dillinger, we'll put you on. Speaking of Dillinger was supposed to be here.
He was supposed to be here.
He said he wanted to be on here, and then I asked him, do you want to be here? He's like, about that. I already made plans with Emily. And
even the day before, I said he could be a guest on the podcast, and he goes, sweet. Yeah, I'll probably be there.
Yeah, Dillinger made plans with his girlfriend. I was going to say bros before hoes, but I understand. Sometimes you need to hang out with the lady. Sometimes you need to hang out with the bros. Dillinger. Sometimes, emphasis on that. Sometimes you need to hang out with the bros. Emphasis on that. God, you suck.
Thanks.
Oh, I got a message from Michaela. Oh, I don't care. She said, nice one. I sent her a... what did I send her? Oh, I sent her, the meme penis music?
Yeah, the thing that you wouldn't stop playing because you thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I sent her, because she sounded like I sent her the Pingus meme. I sent her Pingus music, and she said, nice one. We haven't even gotten around to what I've done this week. Focus on you for 7 minutes.
That was Rock Band.
I don't care. I don't honestly care because I didn't do anything this week, really. I did stuff this weekend, but this week I did nothing. I sat in my room, got home, played some games.
Literally yesterday, I didn't get up for 6 hours.
I'm so tired.
I'm on 4 hours of sleep. My grandma woke me up at 3 a.m., knocking on my door and banging, and said, were you yelling my name? And once I'm woken up, I can't go back to sleep. So that was fun.
How fun. How epic. What did we do? So let's talk about Valentine's Day. What did you do for Valentine's Day? Actually, you can't talk about what you did for Valentine's Day, because what I did for Valentine's Day contradicts, but I did things before that. What I did, me and Parker came over right after school. School was a half day, so it was nice. We were supposed to have till really late at night. We hung out, and then her mom called us last minute and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come get her," which was epic. I'm glad that we decided to go to lunch instead of dinner, because then I wouldn't be able to take her to dinner. But I already pre-ordered tickets for Sonic the Hedgehog. So first off, I texted Olivia. Olivia had said she was busy. Dillinger didn't want to because he was with Emily.
Said, screw you.
I thought Alice. I didn't invite Allison. I didn't go for her first because I thought she was all the way in Burt. My dad said try to stay away from the people far away, but luckily she was at her grandma's. It was like 2 minutes away from my house. So then me and Allison, I went to pick her up. We went to Family Dollar, bought snacks. We snuck in a lot of freaking snacks.
I haven't even ate. I ate one bag of the Lifesavers.
Bring the rest of the snacks to school and give them to me because I'm hungry.
I'm gonna eat them tomorrow.
No, I want them.
You bought your snacks.
But I ate them all.
Okay.
And anyways, you're bringing me snacks tomorrow.
You had the pie.
Shut up. Anyways. God, I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about how you got to the point where we got to the movie theater.
Yeah, we got to the movie theater. We snuck in a bunch of snacks. I snuck into Kickstarter. And it was a great movie. Sonic was a great movie.
Yeah, I didn't do anything but go to the movies with you that day.
Yeah, Sonic was a good movie. I thought it was going to be bad. And it was going to be
it was gonna be terrible,
cringy.
But
I liked it more than I liked it. I saw Detective Pikachu. I liked that one. I liked this one too.
I didn't think Detective Pikachu would be that good. I didn't go see it.
The only thing I didn't like was that Sonic flossed. I didn't like that.
That was the point.
He flossed at unnecessary points. I
thought there was only one point.
There was two. He flossed after he killed the tank, and then he flossed when he got the attic. And then I saw Sonic twice, so I didn't see him floss 4 times. But it was a good movie. It was Jim Carrey. That's the guy who played Eggman, right? It's Jim Carrey.
I think so.
I'm not stupid.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. So Dr. Eggman, I feel like he didn't carry the movie like everyone thought he was going to do, but he sure did help.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Yeah. There was a lot of the jokes were actually funny. Jim Carrey was amazing as Eggman.
He was great.
He was that was an amazing Eggman.
For Eggman not looking like you thought he would, he was extraordinary.
He was great. He was sassy. He was mean, but he was also funny as a frick. No bad language on our podcast. My favorite scene, I honestly, was the Tunes of Anarchy. That's what I'm calling that scene, where he gets where like they were talking. I think it was after the tank blew up, and he was mad, and he forgot that the quill was in, and the quill was electric, and then he was finding the power source, and then he played the music and danced around. Yeah. And messed around with the tech he had.
That was
and then the thing with the espresso. It was just a perfect scene. It was a perfect scene it was really funny. It had a great song in it, a song that I've listened to before Sonic, and I loved that song. That's one of my favorite songs. I have a lot of favorite old-ish songs.
Like you wouldn't expect Eggman in this movie to be like so like energetic. Yeah. And just out there.
Because it perfectly matches how he is in the games.
It does.
And it's great.
But it kind of, if you remember the ending.
The ending.
That kind of made him look more like how he does.
Yeah, it made him more look. It made it look more like that. And a lot of people are angry about the new concept and the new background story. But no one's grasping the fact that they had to do something to work with the movie. They didn't want to just base it off of the game because it wasn't new and interesting. Mm-hmm. They did a great job making up a whole new plot and still referencing the game as much as they could. Mm-hmm. Like the town was called Green Hills, like the first level Green Hill Zone. There was every time he dropped the rings that he used to teleport, there was the ring sound
every
effect.
Time he got hit, he literally dropped.
Yeah, and every time he got hit,
which is how he gets teleported to all these places.
A bunch of times he got hit, he'd drop his rings when he had them, at least.
At least.
At least when he had them. Stupid hedgehog. It was an alright great movie. There was some things that made me cringe. Yeah. Like the floss. The floss especially. I think that's honestly like the only thing. And
the thing that slightly fixed it was your race car joke. Because I didn't acknowledge the fact it was a race car bed until you mentioned it.
You didn't see the race car bed?
No, I knew it was a race car bed, but I didn't fully acknowledge it because of the level of disappointment they added a floss in it.
Yeah. It's just the floss ruined it.
The floss did ruin it. Like,
they probably added it in there so they'd be okay. Look, we're hip with the times, but that was
floss
was like 2018.
This is comparing Sonic to being a Zoomer now.
I don't even know what Zoomer means. I don't even know what Zoomer means.
Neither do I, but Sonic's fast and Zoom. You can't tell me I'm not wrong.
I hate you so much. It was. I've said it 7 times now, but because I'm repeating. But it was a good movie. I like the after credit scene with Tails. I don't care if I spoil it. If you didn't see it, suffer. But it sets up for a sequel. Like, a lot of people are already speculating since Eggman says he'll be home by Christmas, that next Christmas is going to be the sequel. Right. And a lot of people are speculating either it's going to be Tails adapting to Earth or Eggman's going to go to...
But if you think about it, I don't think Sonic and Tails knew each other.
Did you just interrupt me?
I'm sorry. You continue.
People are speculating that it's either going to be like Tails coming to the Earth and trying to find Sonic, and that's going to be the entire movie, or they find Sonic because Eggman is going to terrorize Green Hill Zone. Not Green Hill Zone. That's stupid. Wherever the Sonic world is, wherever Sonic's planet is called, I forgot what it's called. No one knows. Whatever Sonic's planet is from, because there's a bunch of creatures like him. I feel like he's going to get there trying to get back to Earth and think that Sonic and everyone's there. And then he's going to try to kill them to get to Sonic. Because he doesn't know where Sonic could be. You never know. And either of those plots I'm fine with. Because Tails not knowing Sonic shows that this is probably a prequel to a lot of the games. Are you looking up what his planet is? I don't. Is it really that important?
I want to find out. I'm curious now.
Oh, go ahead. It followed a lot. Like, a lot of people were mad that they didn't reference every Sonic game. But can you really? There were so many bad ones. So many bad Sonic games. Like my favorite, which is over there, Sonic Colors. They didn't reference that at all, and I'm fine. You don't have to reference every game.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Even at the final song that Wiz Khalifa and Lil Yachty.
I don't think this is right, but it's...
just look at what's Planet Sonic. So not what planet is Sonic. Jesus. But you interrupted me. In the final scene, final song with Wiz Khalifa and Lil Yachty, they showed, like, in the credits, a big, like, tribute to, like, a lot of the old 8-bit Sonic games. Like, there was Sonic 3D, there was, like, old Sonic CD.
I was scrolling through Facebook, and apparently Michaela was, like, freaking out the entire time that there was old Sonic references.
Probably. Honestly, knowing Michaela probably didn't like it because
she did it. She mentioned it on her story.
She probably didn't like it because of the new thing. We talked about that last time. About horror movies. I hate how it's like it's different, so it's bad. It's a new take. You don't have to.
Yeah, you can't base everything the exact same as before.
Think of like DC and Marvel movies. A lot of them aren't the same, or they branch off, or some of them don't connect. Like mostly DC movies don't connect.
Yeah.
And that's because there's so many different comic book universes and stuff like that. They can make whatever movie they want. Like, think about it right now. What the most two recent good DC movies were Birds of Prey and Joker. Joker put a whole new backstory on Joker, a whole different backstory, and then Birds of Prey went back to the old one, the old Suicide Squad one. There's so many... people need to accept that it's different. It's not going to be how... And not everything is going to be how it always is.
How is Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey was really good.
I wish I seen that.
There's 2 issues I had with it. There was a lot of the times where the storytelling was Harley Quinn there'd be a scene, and then Harley Quinn would take over and flash back to why that scene is happening, and then flash forward to it. Like, there was a scene where she was looking for some pickpocket kid, like, shooting with her, like, little launcher thing at police officers. It freezes. She talks of why, like, do you guys want to know what happened? And then flashes back to why. It ends up that the kid stole a diamond and there's a bounty on her head.
It reminds me of Dora, the way you're explaining it.
The kid stole the diamond and because she's a pickpocket, and now it was a diamond for Black Mask that he wanted that could make him really wealthy and control all of Gotham and yada yada. So he put a big bounty on her head, and Harley Quinn was going to get killed if she didn't get the diamond for him. So she went to go hunt down the kid, and it was a good movie. A lot of the fights weren't just the same of Harley Quinn doing karate. They added new spins and cool things. It was a nice movie that I laughed at a lot. The only other thing I hated was how it's all women just to say, hey, cool, women can do things too. I think the best option would go with the crew with the Harley Quinn TV show. Because in the Harley Quinn TV show, it's kind of basically the same thing. Her and Joker break up, yada yada. Harley Quinn goes on her own to make a new squad and become a villain without Joker, which is kind of what she does in Birds of Prey. But the TV show does it better because she goes back to her best friend, Poison Ivy, and then she gets the Great Shark or whatever his name is, and there's Clayface and Dr. Psycho, and that's my mom's home. But the TV show did it so much better. Do you want to talk about something so I can go say hi to my mom? Talk about something. I don't care. Talk about your leg or something.
Give me something.
I don't know.
All right, you continue then.
This is the dysfunctional part.
This is the dysfunctional part because I'm on 4 hours of sleep, still slightly out of it. I'm just trying to go through the things we had planned, which is slightly working out, but I'm so confused because he's scattering through everything. As you can see, we planned all of this out so great. Like, we had everything planned 3 weeks ahead. I'm joking. To waste time.
Did you talk about anything? Or did you
No, I was joking.
What do you mean you were joking?
You'll hear later.
I don't want to hear later. Oh, Lord. So what was it? Going back to what I said, because I already talked about Birds of Prey, because there's not much to say about Birds of Prey. Yeah. It's good, but there's things that they should have done better to make it better. It's a good 6.5 out of 10. It's not. But I was talking about earlier how people can't accept that things are different. People can't accept that things are different, which reminds me of the nostalgia train of 2020. Do you know what the nostalgia train is?
No.
Mostly in games. Like Minecraft came back, and now it's GTA 5. And a bunch of the old things are coming back just because we played them in the past.
The decade is starting over.
The decade's starting over, basically. And I don't care, but I do at the same time. Because I was talking with Landon earlier, Landon, Colin, and Xander, and Landon was like, I want a new update for GTA 5. I hope they do a new update. The game's been out for 5 years.
They haven't done
the newest update was the Diamond Casino, which was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to add a new update just because everyone's playing it again for nostalgia. It's just like Minecraft's only still updating because it was still active because people still played it, but not as much.
People are still playing it though, but they're expanding on it.
Yeah, they're expanding on it because people started playing it again because of nostalgia. And the only a bunch of videos I see in my Instagram feed now are like, you come home from school in 2012, it's a good day, and then you hear this music, it's like Black Ops 2, or it's just why? Like, we don't need to reflect just because it's a new decade. We don't need to control the decade with the first part of the decade with what we did in the past. We already know what we did in the past.
Exactly. It's like referring to every Vine ever existing.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of white chicks are making freaking Vine references now, and it's making me angry. But that's something.
Well, we know people who already constantly did that.
Yeah, and I still want their next snap sometimes. But it's kind of dumb to just like spend it's almost March, so it almost has been 3 months since the new decade, and the only thing that is being talked about is, besides all the tragedies, is what we did last decade.
Yep.
Oh my lord, it's just so annoying. Like, I'm trying to scroll through my Instagram feed and look at memes, and all I see is, do you guys remember these? You're only allowed to like if you ate these when you were a kid.
I know. Now that you took my phone and had me follow all these other meme pages, that's more of the things I see now. Besides other
and
stupid
that's
crap.
because it's a funny meme.
Ooh.
I feel like a lot of people are doing it because a lot of people are doing what Michaela's doing, buying into the fact that, or joking about the fact that, I don't know if Michaela buys into it or jokes about it, but a lot of people that are joking are buying into the fact that we're all going to die in 2050 and it'll probably be less than that. Everyone's saying we're going to die in 2050. No, we're not all going to die in 2050. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a tragedy enough to destroy the entire Earth, where the 7 billion and counting human population will be wiped out by 2050. If anything,
and you know it's going to be wiped out by the coronavirus.
The coronavirus. Y'all, you're an idiot. Oh my god. I like all the memes about the coronavirus.
They're great.
Like there was one, like a lot of them are the Black Ops 2 zombie memes.
No, I had one with the Corona beer brand.
Yeah, those are funny. But my favorite ones are the ones that are like about Black Ops zombies. Like we're about to have a zombie apocalypse. Or like I saw one of some guy coughing in the barbershop. He's like, "Man, I never should have went to China." And then everyone
that was great.
It's funny, but I hate that everyone's thinking that it's going to be another plague.
Yeah, and because people are believing everything on the internet.
Everyone's getting sick, but no one's actually dying unless they already had problems.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And that's because China. That's because China already has a lot of problems because they're overpopulated.
They gave coronavirus a new name because corona was already taken.
Mm-hmm.
Cough, the beer, and all that and stuff. So, and my mom believed the video of people dropping dead in lines outside of hospitals. I doubt that exists.
Yeah, people were also remembering videos about going back to the Black Ops zombies thing, that people are reportedly coming back to life. And that's where all the memes are coming from. The only reason I laugh is because they have the Black Ops zombies theme song over it. It's funny. But I think it's stupid that everyone's like, "Ooh, it's going to be another plague. We're all going to die." It's not. It's just China's overpopulated. So a lot of the people who are hungry or are poor and all that are getting infected and dying because they already have issues. And then people are flying places and it's coming to the other spots. But not many people are dying over here. I love recording a podcast and having to go do things.
You got me to pause it?
No, just keep talking. All right. What do you want? Okay. All right. Keep talking about corona.
So another thing about the coronavirus, I just lost my idea. More people are dying from the flu instead of the coronavirus, and I like how everybody is outraged about the coronavirus instead of the flu, just because it's a new thing. And since it's a new thing that's outbursting, it makes people able to make yellow journalism all about that. It's a vocabulary word from American history. You're welcome. So yeah, the only reason why people are freaking out about it now is because it's a new thing, and people don't like new things. Like again with the nostalgic thing, people are gonna reference back because they don't want to. You know what I mean? I can't think of something right now. But yeah, the coronavirus is stupid. Everybody's believing everything on the internet about it, unless you have common sense. That nothing's going to spread that fast.
Corona is stupid.
And that ends that.
Basically, yeah, Corona's stupid. It's not that big of a deal. Everyone calm down. Take your titties. Put on a sports bra. Keep them calm. Keep them stop jiggling. And calm down. I ran up the stairs. You know, I got 2 new violations. Last episode I talked about my cell phone violation. I now have a PDA violation and another cell phone violation.
Didn't you talk about no, that happened this week, yeah.
I got a detention tomorrow morning.
That's always a fun one.
Detention's not that bad.
Yeah.
Mr. Eustachian gets there late, so you sit in the hallway till usually 7 on your phone. And then Mr. Eustachian's chill. And you just do whatever, as long as you're careful.
Sleep, being careful.
Speaking of, we talked about earlier, us going to Sonic and stuff. So about me and Allison, we are not dating.
Not even close to.
So basically what this started was my dad, when he dropped us off to go see Sonic, because Parker's mom came to get her early, which was hurt my feelings, because I pre-ordered the tickets for Sonic, and I'm not refunding them. I'm going to go see Sonic. So he dropped us off after we went to Family Dollar. So he's like, have fun on your date. And now everyone won't stop teasing me at my house. Mm-hmm. God, they went to go get me a shirt for snow coming. And do you want us to get a tie to match Allison? Whatever Allison's wearing today, so get a black tie to match her cane. God, life.
I didn't hear that comment.
It is hell. It is hell. I have a girlfriend.
I'm single.
Allison is single. Past relationships with Allison aren't always good. Allison. So yeah, basically we aren't dating.
Not even
shut
close
up.
To.
Everybody shut up.
Stop shipping it.
I'm gonna kill myself. On a more positive note, we've been getting a lot of nice comments on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
I don't know, but it sounded like a whole shelf of marbles just fell in your kitchen.
Ignore that. We've been getting a lot of nice comments about the podcast. Me and Allison get a bunch of people in the hallway tell us, hey, nice job with the podcast. I get a lot of messages. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of positivity, and it's great because we only started this podcast for fun, and we were hoping it'd take off and people would enjoy it, and more people than we thought actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, people we don't even know, they come up to us and congratulate it on us. They give us, ideas and stuff, writing a song or,
song.
Topics.
I know about the song. Whoever gave the song idea, props to you. That's an amazing idea.
That was one of my sister's friends.
But we are at a beginning point where a song would be cringe.
Yeah.
It would be cringe. But it's great that everyone's giving ideas and basically everybody's supporting.
Yeah, even my dad loves the podcast.
Yeah. And the only negative comments I've gotten is from my sister, really, that her saying it sucks, but that's because we make fun of each other all the time. She probably doesn't think it actually sucks. She just wants to be mean. And then she's going to listen to this episode. She'd be like, no, it actually sucks. You need to stop. You suck. But it's nice to have. We recently hit 100 listeners, and everyone was so nice and supportive.
Yeah, and my dad texted me after he seen the post while I was at physical therapy on the treadmill.
Because you can multitask.
Because I can multitask.
It's great. It's great to know that people are enjoying it. And English. We're out on a lot of platforms, too. One person listens to iTunes on desktop.
Yeah, one person. You're welcome. We got you.
Shout out to you, baby. The only really negative comments we've gotten is from what people say are nemesis or our competitors. Slightly acoustic.
Quote unquote, he just did to me. Not signal that we're not competitors. They're meaning to.
Not competitors. And our podcast ain't that great either.
No, it's not.
I'm not saying ours is perfect and theirs is bad, but a lot of their topics aren't that interesting. Personally, I love Pierce, but a lot of the topics they talk about just really aren't that good. When you have a podcast, you need to focus more on the majority and stuff like that, on what the majority wants to listen to and stuff like that. But a lot of their subjects aren't things that people can relate to or anything. It's just their episode that they did recently was about a lot of
O.J. Simpson, a lot of politics.
The first one was a lot about the saxophones and stuff. It's a lot of stuff that not many people really no offense, but not a lot of people actually really care about. And I've told Pierce that personally. I'm not showing this and only hating on the podcast, on our podcast to be mean. I'm just saying for something to talk about. I even talked to Pierce about it, like, because I like their podcast personally. I like Brendan. I like Brendan as a person. I've heard stories about Travis. Never met him, but I like him as a person from what I've heard. And obviously, I adore Pierce as a person because he's my best friend. I have no problem with them. I have no problem with what they're doing. They're obviously having fun with it and everything.
Yep.
I'm just saying that a lot of the subjects really aren't that interesting, and it's something you need to work on. We all have places to grow. Like for
everybody has their problems.
And you also focusing on the majority. You need to focus on the majority, and you need to filter a lot of the problems that probably why they don't have interesting things to talk about, because they have to filter. Since we're only high schoolers, we have to filter ourselves on the internet, especially being freshmen and sophomores. We have to filter ourselves on the internet. And then you have to talk about you can't talk about any tragedies in a joking way without getting hate for it or something,
or being called out or getting in trouble.
Or a parent listens to it, you might get your butt kicked. Can't talk bad about anybody because then it might start something and you might get in trouble with the school or something for cyberbullying. For starting drama, cyberbullying. When you're in high school, you really have to filter, which sucks.
And watch everything you do.
Hey, you have to watch everything you say. You have to watch everything you do and stuff like that. My dog's whining. You hear that?
It sounds like a whistle.
Sounds like a whistle, huh? Hold on, I'm gonna go fix that. Allison, you want to talk about something?
Yeah, sure.
All right, new segment, because I jumped up to tell my dog to shut up and I accidentally paused the audio.
And
but technically, I didn't pause. My fan fell on my head.
Fell into my head, and then it fell onto the mouse.
Yeah, but I also accidentally put it in airplane mode, so that's epic.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm pretty sure we left off saying that we make sure not to talk about any person in particular and why we hate them, unless it's a teacher. What we hate about that teacher, what we dislike about the teacher.
It's only about the teacher.
Yeah, we don't say because there's obviously not everyone's likable to a certain person. Obviously there's people I don't like, but I'm not gonna say who I don't like on the podcast.
Or call them out.
You still have to filter, and you still have to consider the subjects.
And you have to be nice.
Yeah, you still have to consider the subjects that you think would be interesting. That's why it's so hard to come up with subjects sometimes. It's because you can't just talk about what you want to talk about and expect good feedback all the time. You still have to. You have to try to mix it. Talk about things that you want to talk about, but that are also interesting.
Once I get a few ideas going about what we should do or something,
and
I'll write it down. I'll go out to Logan, the 8th grade saxophone, or Connor, my sophomore friend, and see what they think we should add.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you guys suck. Because you don't.
No, you don't. You guys are really nice.
All of you are great people, and the podcast is good. It has potential. I'm just saying you got to talk about more interesting things. And I can tell that you guys are having fun with it, and that's all that really matters. But if you guys don't care about the negative reflection, then just ignore everything I just said.
The haters.
I'm just saying if you do care a little bit about what you're putting out, me, I know me and Allison, since we care what we put out, it is just for fun. But if everyone's hating the episode, then we're gonna try to fix that. We're gonna try to make more interesting topics. If you guys are just doing it completely for fun, that is perfectly fine. I'm just saying if you're trying to do it so people are interested in it, you have to talk about more interesting things. O.J. Simpson's not interesting.
No. We're talking about all these political factors and no one's paid attention to.
Yeah. Even though we just talked about Corona. But that's only because we're complaining about.
Joking about how stupid it is.
Joking about it because of all the memes. Anyway, I think we
just flew through. We through everything.
Well, the podcast wasn't really that long.
I know.
But shoot. It's good.
It's all right.
I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I like you all as people. I don't know Travis yet.
Travis is cool.
I have never talked to Travis because I'm not in band, but I've talked to Brendan, and I've talked to Pierce, And we're great people. Obviously, I've talked to him. He's my best friend. And me and Brendan, I consider him a friend. We used to be really closer, though, in 8th and 7th. But I enjoy it. I listen to it because it's still good, but it's just you have to do more interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand that obviously there's subjects that not everyone's gonna like. There's probably gonna be people out there, like a couple of people out there who like the politic things, and we're excited that you're talking about politics. There might be a person out there. I'm just saying you have to look more towards the majority.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm gonna say because we talked about this for way too long. I'll finish that same one off, but it's just back to the beginning. It's still nice to get a lot of nice things about.
Yeah, we're really appreciative. I didn't know we hit 100 till I opened Instagram for the first time that day.
We have a lot of. It's hard to know how many you have because we have so many platforms we're on. We're on iTunes, Google, YouTube.
Breaker.
We're gonna go on SoundCloud. We're on Breaker, Anchor.
It rhymed.
I think I already said Google Podcasts.
You did.
Spotify, which is big for me.
Spotify's our major one. I think that's 85%.
Spotify, mostly people listen on Spotify.
We have one listener on iTunes.
We have one listener on iTunes Desktop Edition. So whoever listened on iTunes Desktop Edition, shout out to you.
You're welcome. We got you.
We put it on iTunes just for you, baby. I'm so tired. This episode is going to be so out of energy because I already
mentioned that. I have 4 hours of sleep.
She has 4 hours of sleep. I haven't slept because I've been playing. I know I was complaining about the earlier about the whole nostalgia train because it's annoying how it's repetitive, but I'm not saying it's a bad. I wasn't saying it was a bad thing. Like I was playing GTA with Colin and Xander and Landon because it is fun to play. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, it doesn't matter what you're playing as long as
you can still make fun out of it.
Having fun with it. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're playing. Like, I don't care what I'm playing as long as I'm playing with people. That's why you need to stop being gay and only playing Minecraft all the time.
Well, my dad wants to wait for the new Xbox console to come out so he can buy that and I can have the Xbox One from downstairs. But I would rather buy an Xbox One than take the one from downstairs because that's our only one in the house besides Bailey taking the extra.
Why would you buy one and then what would you do with the one downstairs?
Keep it downstairs because I wouldn't want everybody going in my room taking the Xbox for whatever they want.
Yeah, because the Xbox One X when it comes out, or not Xbox One X, the Xbox PC Xbox tower looking thing. Whenever it comes
refrigerator.
Whenever it comes out, there's not going to be many things at launch. It's going to be a new console. Like when that ruined what I was about to say. When the Nintendo Switch came out, there was not many games, and most people just played Breath of the Wild. Like there's not going to be much use out of it. So it'd be a better option to just get an Xbox now, and then there's going to be Xbox One games that you still want to play. So it'd be better to keep one downstairs.
Yeah.
Just get a cheap one. You can get a cheap one for $159. That's digital only.
You're right.
And then that's what my sister
But I have a
has.
bunch of games with disc, and I'd rather.
Yeah, you could steal that. Rock Band's probably disc.
It is disc, unless I buy the $40 update grade version. Because in order to update it now, I would have had to buy the 41, so I could keep getting the updates. Like with Minecraft, when they made it all console and cross-platform.
Minecraft did a good job. What they did is, if you already had the Xbox One edition, they gave you the live one for free. They're like, "Hey, you got this."
If you had the disc and they were able to read it, they gave you it, and it was really nice. So you didn't have to buy it all over again.
So off subject all the time. At this point, I got a heavier weighted blanket, and I now have that which you guys can't see, but Al can see. That thing I put in whatever it's called, essential oil or whatever. I put lavender in it, and then it sprays it so I can sleep. Because my dad is like, maybe if you got off the video games and turned your lights off, but that's not the issue. I turn my lights off at 10, and I actually try to sleep.
I do that,
but I can't.
Yeah, I have to take melatonin so I can at least actually go to sleep.
I tried to get melatonin, but my dad didn't want me to because it's bad for you.
It's not. It's just a supplement because your brain makes melatonin, and that's how you fall asleep. And some people's brains don't make enough melatonin, so they can't go to sleep. So they have to take melatonin. Like, you could take melatonin.
No one saw my
without
air
eating
quotes
too.
when I said not safe. I know it's safe.
It is, because it's a supplement. They don't sell across.
There's nothing I can do. You know, arguing with your parents about stuff like that only get you in trouble.
Yeah. But like your essential oil lamp, I have
lamp.
I call it a lamp because my mom calls them lamps. Okay, I have an essential oil one downstairs, and I have that wax one in my room, which you dipped a gummy bear in.
I did do that. That was me. Are you going to continue the sentence?
No, I forgot what I was going to talk about because
you're so tired. It doesn't matter. I don't care how dysfunctional this is because I know people are going to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I know it's a little cocky, but I know that we usually stay on the same basis of topics where it's a different topic, but it's the same basis of interest. We try to go to a majority. Like, that's why we talk about what we've done this week or things that we didn't. Like, we talked about what we done Valentine's Day, so people can relate. So I know at least some
people like to relate to things.
People love relating. It's like, I did that, or I did something like that. Mm-hmm. I saw the Sonic movie.
At least I'm not the one that's seen a stupid movie.
I hate the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. I hate it too.
Like me seeing all the new people coming in with crutches and their wheel mobile.
Hey, Allison, look, I'm a disabled moron too. Hey, Allison, look, I unnecessarily fought in a Nerf war too hard and can't walk either.
Because I snapped my leg backwards. So fun. Don't you love having B9 hypermobility?
Beans?
No, B9. I didn't know how to spell it, so I literally put the letter B in number 9 and couldn't find anything about it and was confused for like a solid 30 minutes.
You know.
What?
Nothing. I'll tell you later. Because they're not going to get it. No, screw it. You know the Fetty meme that Michaela sent me and I laughed at? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she sent me Swiggy's baby. It's so stupid. Well, I don't think there's much else for us to talk about.
I already did that.
We already did that. Well, everything that we had on the topic list we already talked about, and there's nothing really else like we can think of to talk about. This is a very sleepy and dysfunctional episode, but we're still having fun. That's all that really matters to me.
Yeah.
And that it gets a good rep a little bit. As long as a couple people are liking it, I'm fine. Like, it's really nice to have all the nice comments. Like, I even went to open weight training, and Colin's brother Connor, who I call C-Man, he gets very angry when I call him C-Man because it sounds like semen, and that's the point. He's C-Man. He told me that, hey, I like the new episode. Fire.
Nice. Like, I had people I don't even know come up to me.
Yeah, I've had people I don't even know be like, hey, nice podcast.
Or like
and I was
people
like,
that I'm acquaintances with, or like people that I know who you are and just don't know you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like William, I'd talk to a little bit more.
Gilbert?
Yeah. He's cool. He told me he liked it.
William listened to the podcast?
William did listen to the podcast.
William's like my cousin.
No, didn't you say that?
I think
you told me that.
William is like, my grandpa had relationships with his aunt or grandma Kathy. I don't remember. So we're kind of cousins, but we're kind of not. But we consider ourselves cousins because we kind of are. Mm-hmm. William's nice, and basically in basic weight training, and when I go to like do the bar, if my form's off, he'll help me, or he taught me how to do everything, which didn't have to do. But William's a nice guy.
Yeah,
William's a nice guy.
You know, I think it's really funny because I don't care when people take my cane as long as I know you. Mm-hmm. Like, William likes to take my cane in third hour English, and so does Gavin. Like, they just like to take it, hang out, walk around with it. And we had I don't know if we had a sub that day or not, but he just took the cane and kind of did like a show in our little U-shaped desk area in the back.
What's your third hour?
English with Schultz.
I have English with Star Wars is a better teacher.
I know.
Obviously.
I think have Star Wars for American history extra.
You have Star Wars for American history?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot she's a history teacher too.
I didn't know she was an American history teacher. Like,
American history B?
Yeah, I have Peters right now. Peters is great. I wish I had Peters again. Such a great guy.
Geister, you need to have Geister. Geister's the best. Geister's even more great. You know how Mr. Peters is wacky and will put on shows or whatever?
He doesn't really put on shows.
Miss Geister basically does that, but times 2.
You're telling me the crack addict energy increases.
There's
another level.
There's another level. It's
my
called
God.
Miss Geister. And Miss Geister is my alt. I only had her for one trimester, and she's the best.
The reason why
she always when she teaches us, she'll put on a show, and she'll always try to get our attention, and she'll ding the bell. I'll be like, "Is that a ding? That's a ding." And then she'll smack the bell.
I love the hard.
She also has a gavel that she'll gavel on the table. Sometimes she'll gavel the bell. She'll ding the bell with the gavel.
I love Mr. Peters so much because he's such a chill guy, and you just walk into his room and there's so much positive energy. You can be tired, passing out, 4th hour, walking in his class, full energetic, enthusiastic.
That's Miss Geister, but times 2.
Nice. Mr. Peters, he was salsa dancing before class at one point.
Yeah, that's basically Miss Geister.
It's great.
Miss Geister, one time we were learning about Andrew Carnegie and stuff. And which one was the oil one? Was it Rockefeller or was it Carnegie? Rockefeller was oil because Carnegie was steel. Because it was Carnegie steel. She was because we were all sleepy. She was like, "Come on, guys, it's oil." Whoa. And she started dancing until we got attention. She started dancing until we paid attention.
Parker is spamming you.
Parker is spamming my phone right now. I'm not going to answer, Parker. I'm trying to record the podcast.
We're being great people, muting our phones and handling business.
Yeah, it's just business. Yeah.
Just business.
Just business.
To point it at the microphone.
I was going to say something and I completely forgot. I think you think this is a good spot to end?
We're at 45 something minutes. Yeah. Whatever you want.
I don't think there's anything else we can talk about, really.
I don't think so. Not that I can think of.
Ooh. We'll try to get back on schedule. And next episode...
If anybody has any topic ideas or actually wants something...
We're also going to start bringing on guests that aren't just in our little friend group. We're going to... Soon. Probably not next episode. We want to get off the feed a little bit. But we're going to start bringing over people who are not in our little cast of Allison, Michaela, Parker, Olivia, and possibly Pierce.
He
never answered me. I asked him one day if, even though he has a podcast, if he'd ever guessed, and he never really answered. He probably will because it's me.
Yeah.
Because.
Homies.
Yeah. This has been Our Last Brain Cells. We're going to try to get back on our schedule and upload Saturday.
I think we did Sundays.
No, we did Saturdays because I've already established Saturdays for the boys, Sundays for the girl. I hang out with Parker on Sundays and boys on Saturdays.
I'm included as part of the boys, by the way.
Yeah. So we'll have Dillinger as a guest next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because Dillinger, it's like how Michaela was supposed to be.
And he ended up making plans after I said he probably
Michaela was supposed to be here for the first episode, and she wasn't. Little stupid midget. Anyways, this has been Our Last Brain Cells, and we'll see you guys Saturday. Peace, and all that hippie. I can't press stop recording. I'm in. Bye, guys.